Back Road Ministry of the World Permit, Mr. Marty coming at you, not from the Dodge Ram Studios. Still, the Chrysler Corporation has not decided if they want to pay for the damages to my vehicle. The damages in which their flawed design in the 5.7 liter Hemi engine caused. So we've heard a lot in the news about, American car companies like Ford talking about they're not going to sell cars in America anymore. Chrysler on some BS talking about they want to stop production of certain cars. And at this point, who cares? Honestly, who cares about American cars? American car companies lost a lot of the edge they had after the 80s. They got big-headed. They got stuck on the fact that they really didn't have any competition. And slowly but surely, when the Japanese and the Germans really got things moving, they got lost by the wayside. And a lot of this has to do with the ease of maintenance on a vehicle. So you still got a lot of Japanese cars where it's not that expensive to fix some of the issues, and you don't have a lot of powertrain issues with these vehicles. But American cars, we got the same type of powertrain issues with some of them. My truck has 80,000 miles on it. It's a Ram 1500 Tradesman. 80,000 miles on it, and they talking about I got major valve damage. Major valve damage because I had a misfire in the engine. And this has been a common thing with the 5.7 liter Hemi. So at this point, I'm thinking about filing a class action lawsuit against Chrysler until they fix this design flaw, and anybody else who's had the same problem with this engine, this 5.7 liter engine, to get on board and hit Chrysler where it hurts. My warranty ran out in January, so they said they would try to help me pay for the damage because the vehicle's got 80,000 miles on it. Why am I having a severe powertrain issue at 80,000 miles? So now they're BSing about paying for it. And their whole thing, well, we'll see how we can help you. What do you mean you see how you can help me? Your design is the reason for this problem. So the major issue with this 5.7 liter Hemi, it has a lot to do with the stupidest thing on the car, but the thing you need the most, a gas cap. A gas cap. So apparently with this vehicle, air can get through your gas portal. It gets to your gas portal and into your fuel injection system somehow. I don't know how this happens. But with the Hemi, I guess it builds up so much pressure that additional air can cause a misfire because too much pressure builds up. So much pressure builds up at times where one time, this is a true story, I woke up, I turn on my vehicle, and I get a fuel cap indicator on my Ram. Well, I'm like, fuel cap? Okay, maybe I need to go tighten it up. I open the door, and I have no fuel cap. So the first thing I'm thinking is somebody came in my yard and stole my gas cap. I'm like, well, who the hell would come in somebody's yard to steal a gas cap? So I'm thinking nothing of it. I'm in a spot, I'm in Cleveland, not to knock on Cleveland, folks, but y'all still a lot, where, motherfuckers do shit. So I'm thinking, hey, maybe somebody came in here and stole the gas cap. Maybe somebody just took it. So I got another gas cap and rectified that issue. But then I started to see, even with that gas cap, that the gas cap light would come on after I would fuel up. So I'd go play with the gas cap, tighten it, but then the engine light started staying on. So I talked to a friend of mine who was a Dodge owner. He said, yeah, just make sure you got your cap on right. And, sometimes the vehicle has some problems with sealing. The seal on the gas cap is sealed. So played around with it, nothing happened, so I decided, hey, I had this gas cap for a while, let me just go get another gas cap. And the light went off. Yeah. So after I lost it, I got another gas cap, the light went off. And then after I had that gas cap for almost a couple of months, that gas cap gave me problems. Engine light came on, but finally it went off. So this has been going on for a few years. I've had this vehicle since, I want to say, around 2015 is when I bought this vehicle. And this gas cap issue has been going on, and Chrysler has not rectified the issue. So this year I had the same thing. Fuel cap light goes off. I'm playing with the fuel cap. I go get another one. Engine light's on, but the engine light this time doesn't go off. Then I'm starting to feel these funny changes with my engine. I'm not getting powered up, not building up enough power when I go uphill, stuff like that. So I look online to see how I can pull the code up, because there's a way that you can do this for free with all the new vehicles. You can pull up your code for free, and I get the engine code, and the engine code is a misfire code. So I'm reading about this code, and I see a story about gas caps missing off of cars, missing off the truck. And I'm like, that happened to me. So how the hell does a gas cap blow out of the compartment of a closed gas door? How much pressure is your truck building up is the question. And this is an issue that I was reading with the 5.7 liter Hemi. Yet Chrysler is yet to rectify the situation. And now I'm in a situation where I got a vehicle with 80,000 miles with a problem your design caused, and they don't want to pay for it. And they're going to use where the warranty ran out as their reason not to pay for it. And the biggest issue with American cars now is we spend so much money on repairs. I was a Ford owner for a long time. I have to say the Ford is still a vehicle where the repairs won't kill you. But with some of these vehicles, especially Chrysler vehicles, you spend more money at the shop with your vehicle than you do actually driving the vehicle half the time. Spend more money in maintenance and repairs than you do enjoying your vehicle. And at 80,000 miles, I shouldn't be having severe damages to the vehicle. They're talking about $4,000 worth of damage to the engine that I did not cause, yet I feel like I'm getting treated as if I caused the damage. So at this point, I'm ready to give up the Ram when it comes back. I'm ready to trade that motherfucker in and go to a Tundra or something like that and never fuck with American cars again, because I don't like the way that American companies have decided to treat the consumers in this country. We're always on this American first, American this, support each other, but then we fuck each other over every time we get the opportunity. Why would I want to keep supporting people that keep fucking me over every time I get an opportunity just because you're American? That's the problem with this country. We want to be better than everybody else, but we haven't learned how to treat each other in this country. All we know how to do is fuck each other over and take advantage of each other. At one point in our history, we had some of the best products coming out of America. Now we got some of the shittiest shit that nobody wants to buy. That's why they buy shit from Asia. Why the fuck would I want to buy bullshit that's American made where I spend more time repairing it than enjoying it? I had a TV made in Asia that lasted me almost 20 years. Vehicles that are still running. Engines with no problem. The most you have out of some of the Japanese engines are vehicles is the body falls apart before the engine does. Why am I wrestling with an engine at 80,000 miles? And then you have the audacity to get on TV talking about you moving your shitty product to another. Move that shit. Nobody wants to shit. You're going to fuck around, you're going to truly be out of business. They shouldn't have never gave them fuckers no money. That was the biggest hustle of the Barack Taco administration. Hustling us out of money to save a bunch of fuckheads that don't care anything about the consumer. So I say today, buy Japanese cars. Buy German cars. Buy cars from other countries, because at least they give a fuck about care enough about the consumer, whereas about the product and not about how much the dealership can get in repairs and treat you like shit when you call them to get your vehicle fixed. I'm still waiting for Chrysler. My vehicle's been at the damn dealership for almost a month. I'm going into week 3. And Chrysler won't call and say we're going to pay for something and a problem that we fucking caused. Mr. Motley Back Road Ministry, fuck American cars. Peace.